Hey guys, OGL Bine here, bringing you guys my Week 2 team builder for the IBL, where we're facing off against Clutch sometimes in his Kansas City Kingdras. Really quick, yes, you did hear team builder. I've kind of decided to try out, splitting up the team builder and the actual battle. Long story short, today I was on Twitter, and Kyle A actually posted a tweet. I follow him on Twitter, and he was saying, hey, let you know draft league players, post your videos down below. Give me something, to watch today. And I posted and I said, hey, if any criticism will be, super appreciated too. And he actually reached out to me and he told me one thing that I could definitely do that I 100% agree with is maybe split them up, because my videos tend to run pretty long when I'm, going on my team building spiel, because I do ramble a little bit about those, because I really do enjoy talking about building and all that stuff. But I do realize that that's not for everybody. And some people just want to see the battle. So I figured splitting it up into both of these two options would be a good idea, simply because, I can still talk about my team building stuff, and people who enjoy that stuff can still, listen in on that if they want to. And then the people who just want to see the battle can see the battle the next day. Today will be a little bit different because I kind of did this last minute. The battle will be going up later today. I'll post this day of the battle as well, but going forward, I'll probably do like for IBL, I'll probably do like team builders on Sundays and then battles on Monday. So let me know what you guys think, if you guys enjoy this format a little bit more. I figured it might as well try it out, it could, definitely do wonders. So with that being said, rant over. We're going to just jump right into the team builder. I do have a little bit more time now, which is really cool. I don't have to rush and get into the battle, but the team matchup is as followed. Our team, if you did forget, consists of the Mew, Komodo, the Zemus, Greninja, Jolteon, Ribombee, Archeops, the Zemus, Scizor Mega, Mamoswine, Serena, Porygon Z, and Cofagrigus, while our opponent's team consists of the Landorus T with Zemus, Rotom Wash, Roserade, Haxorus, Hariyama, Vikavolt with Zemus, Mega Absol, Jirachi, Sylveon, Talonflame, and Sandslash. By the way, don't think I mentioned it. Go check out Clutch if you haven't done so. He'll be in the description below, as well as all the other coaches. Really cool dude from the few times that I've talked to him. And yeah, so biggest threats right off the bat. Lando T is always an absolute monster. That mon is terrifying to switch into, obviously, with its base, 145 attack or something like that. Great move pool, great utility, great natural bulk, intimidate. The whole Landorus is one of the best mons in the format spiel. The Roserade, we don't switch into well at all. The Absol, we don't switch into well at all. It does have really big 4 move slots to jump versus us. Like, I think SD would absolutely go in for versus our team if we didn't have a Mega Scizor. I think Mega Scizor kind of forces him to run a 4 attack set with Fire Blast. So that's good. But if he is SD and we lose our Scizor, if it gets weakened, game's looking rough. Game's looking very rough. Jirachi is a very annoying mon, and then, in my opinion, the biggest threat to my team over the Landorus and the Mega Absol, all that stuff, is the Talonflame. I did a couple mocks with a couple buddies, and in each one, Talonflame just went crazy on my team. It really just kind of went in versus me. So that's going to be something that we really do have to build around, play around, because my answers to that thing are limited, and if it gets up a Swords Dance and everything's chipped into range, it really can just beat me pretty easily. But yeah, with that being said, let's jump into our first mon, which is our Mega Scizor, which I think has a phenomenal matchup this week. Rocking out with the Technician ability, obviously, Swords Dance, Roost, Bullet Punch, and U-Turn. Max HP, 20 attack, 100 defense, 44 speed F, and 92 speed with an adamant nature. So EVs wise, so they're all over the place in this game. The attack with 20 investment and adamant, we are guaranteed to Oko a max HP, max defense Sylveon at +2 with Bullet Punch. If he's not the Berry, we knock him out 100% of the time with +2. So that's very nice. I think that would be, super, super important in case we want to set up on the thing and it hits us with an HP Fire first. And it can potentially live the Bullet Punch after, and then hit us with an HP Fire again and kill us. That definitely is less than ideal. So I think having that attack investment is important. The max HP plus 100 defense allows us to live 2 Landorus Earthquakes, which is also very, very, very nice. The 92 speed allows us to, I believe, outpace a no speed Rotom. I think that's what we end up creeping for. And then the rest was just thrown into Spidef just to eat, random HP Fires better and stuff like that. This mon is a great pivot in this game. He U-turns around on a lot of his team, forced a lot of switches. His team, he really doesn't appreciate switching into Scizor. Even like stuff like the Rotom doesn't want to, switching on a U-turn. That thing's switchings are limited with, either just lefties, a berry, or pain split. It's, really only recovery options versus me. And this is amazing late game. If we can just chip down sufficient checks, like we have to chip down the Talonflame, obviously. The thing can switch them pretty easily at full health. We have to chip down the Rotom. We have to chip down the Jirachi as well. But other than that, this Mon absolutely just kind of goes in versus this team, which is great. Definitely one of our pretty big win cons this game. Next up, we have our, I was going to say second, probably our main win con this weekend, our Culverberry Mew. Rocking out with Synchronized ability, obviously. Sphere, Soft-Boiled, Size Shot, Calm Mind, 12 HP, max defense, 60 special attack, and 180 speed. And Force F, I guess, with a Timid Nature. The Force F is just leftover EVs, honestly. So this Mew spread, again, another really, really good win con. The HP plus defense allows us to live 2 Landorus EQs, so this is another Mon that can pseudo-check that thing. We have speed for the Landorus as well, so we will always outspeed it unless it is Choice Scarf. And then we have the rest into special attack, and then the 4 left over for Speed Death. This Mon also does go in late game, especially. It's just really good in setting up versus his team. He doesn't have a lot that really breaks it. The Absol is the only thing that can really just punch the Mew in the face and knock it down pretty low, but we are carrying the Culverberry once again for that. And then Sphere after Rocks, if he is a mixed minus Speed F nature, we have a chance to knock him out. If not, we need 2 Rock switch-ins to knock him out. With Sphere and a +1, we obviously knock him out, which is, super, super nice as well. So having that combination of moves is pretty great. But yeah, we can beat pretty much everything else on his team with this set. Nothing really can take it on very well. We're not 2 KO by Talonflame unless he's banded, then it's a roll. But other than that, this thing is very, very nice here if we can avoid status and set up on the right things. But yeah. Next up, we are bringing our Tier 5 Archeops for the first time, rocking out the Rocky MZ and Defeatist ability. Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Earthquake, Roost, 148 attack, 180 defense, and 180 speed with a Jolly Nature. So this one's going to serve as our Talonflame check, actually. It's not the best Talonflame check in the world, but the natural typing allows us to avoid its dual stabs, which is the only thing it really needs otherwise in this match. So I really don't think he's going to carry like a natural gift for Archeops. If he does, that's really good prep, and shoutouts to him. But I figure that this will be able to take it on sufficiently. We have the 180 defense in order to always live 2 Banded Brave Birds from the Talonflame before Rocks. After Rocks, it definitely knocked us out just because, blind typing and all that stuff. But there was nothing I could do to avoid that unless I went max and pulled Archeops, which definitely wasn't a very good set here. Then we have 180 in speed just to outspeed his base 100, being the Jirachi. I don't know if does he have any other base 100? I think it's just the Jirachi, unless I'm crazy. Yeah, it's just the Jirachi. And then otherwise, we just threw the rest into attack. And while this is a more defensive and not, like a max attack Archeops, his team really doesn't appreciate switching into it that well at all. Edgequake is really, really good here. Rocky MZ is an absolute nuke versus a lot of things. The Rotom, I believe, if he's just max HP Rotom, if he's like a speedy, bulky set, which I do expect him to at least run enough speed for the Mamoswine, because it is a really good Mamoswine check, but if he can't outspeed it, and, I can put it down low enough and knock it out with Mamoswine, it doesn't serve as a great check. I think it's better as, like a max HP, almost max-ish speed, however much he needs. If that's the case, we have a chance to knock him out after Rock with our Rocky MZ. 2 switch-ins after Rocks, it definitely dies. Stone Edge really just kind of Stone Edge and Earthquake kind of just 2-tap or Oko a good majority of his team. So this Mon's actually a big threat offensively. And then we obviously have Roost to, have reliable recovery so we can continuously check that Talonflame and stay out of Defeatist range and, do a good amount of damage otherwise. Next up, we have our speed control for the week in our Choice Scarf Greninja. Torn ability, obviously, no Battle Bond or Protean for us, unfortunately. Dark Pulse, U-Turn, Ice Beam, Surf. 52 HP max special attack and 204 speed with a modest nature. So like I said, this is going to serve as our speed control. It outpaces all his potential Scarfers, which is super nice, and it's actually really good at revenge killing versus his team. He doesn't have much that really switches into Greninja very well, other than the Sylveon. The Sylveon does switch into the set pretty flawlessly. It kind of sits in front of it, but we have the U-turn for that, and it actually baits it in a lot for our Scissor, which is something I think is very, very valuable in all honesty. If we can bait that thing in and, get in our Scissor for free on a U-turn and force it out with a, obviously a Bullet Punch or something like that, we can either use that as our opportunity to set up, or we can U-turn out on our own and, kind of put him into that cycle. If he wants to go into Lando, we can, U-turn out and go back into Gren. If he wants to go into the Rotom, we can go into another, another check or something like that. But yeah, that's going to be our Greninja right here. Again, very good speed control for stuff like +1 Hacktress, Scarf, Lando, Scarf Rose Raid if he wants to bring that. Outspeeds the Mega Absol, which is great, and it resists Sucker Punch, so I have to be pretty low to die to a +2 Sucker. Well, not pretty low. Absol's really strong. I think I need to be around 50 to die to a +2 Sucker Punch. But yeah, that's going to be Gren this week. Next up, we are bringing our Porygon Z, pretty cool set here. Leftovers, Adaptability, Recover, Tri-Attack, Shadow Ball, Nasty Plot. It's a very basic moveset, but we're running a very SPDEF bulky Porygon Z. 108 special attack, 148 SPDEF, and max speed with the Timid Nature. So we have to run max speed out to speed type with stuff like the Rose Raid and stuff like that. And if he wants to run like Adam and Lando, we can outspeed that. The reason we're going so SPDEF bulky is because my team really does not appreciate pivoting into Rotom. Like, it doesn't like destroy me offensively. I'm not scared of an offensive Rotom, but nothing on my team really likes taking Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, and Will-O-Wisp, like at all. Nothing appreciates those 3 moves. This gives me a mon that can always switch into that at least, and you know, just serve as a pivot. Honestly, I have Porygon Z here as a pivot. Whenever to it KO by Hydro Pump after our lefty's recovery and stuff like that. Taking a burn sucks, but it's the thing I want burned most on this, I guess. If I had to choose a mon to be burned, it would be the Porygon. And it actually serves as pretty good setup fodder. It serves as pretty good, like a pretty good setup for versus like his fatter mons, like the Sylveon, which I expect to be Moonblast this week. We actually definitely set up all over a Moonblast Sylveon. We can try, we can Nasty Plot up and potentially, you know, break through that thing for other members on our team, like the Greninja, so Scarf Gren can claim late game or something like that. I feel like that's, you know, super valuable. And we still have a decent amount of special attack investment, so +2 Tri-Attacks and Shadow Balls aren't going to be tickling, that's for sure. So that is going to be our Porygon Z. And then finishing off the team right here, we have our Komodo, rocking out with the Leftovers and Soundproof ability, Clanging Scales, Flamethrower, Substitute Toxic, Max HP, 4 Defense, 4 Special Attack, 212 Speed, and 212 SPDEF, sorry, and 28 Speed with a Calm Nature. So this Komodo set is pretty weird. I bounced through like 15 different Komodo sets because I really liked DD, I really liked Autotomized Mixed, I had Z-Move at one point, I had Life Orb, I had Roselli Berry, I had a bunch of different stuff. But I ultimately settled on this set because every other set that I ran, it was stopped by one specific mon. Like, I couldn't fit, you know, all the coverage moves I needed, all the boosting moves I needed, the items that I needed versus everything. So I figured a fatter, more SPDEF Komodo just to lure in things like the Sylveon and Toxicate. Being that we're sub-soundproof, if he decides to go Hyper Voice, we might potentially wall the Sylveon, which would be absolutely perfect. I do think that he is going to have the presence of mind to bring Moonblast Sylveon over it because, you know, Komodo is actually a pretty big threat versus him offensively. But regardless, being able to sub and toxic things like the Sylveon, like the Rotom, like the Landorus, and then do big chunks with things like Clanging Scales and Flamethrower. Flamethrower is obviously for the Jirachi, also hits the Rose Raid super effectively, I suppose. But it's mainly there just for the Rashi and I guess to get like 10% off on the Sylveon if we really need to. But I'm mostly going to be clicking sub Clanging Scales and Toxic and stuff like that. So yeah, that is going to be our team for our Week 2 battle against Clutch. Again, go check him out if you haven't done so already. The battle should be up a little bit later today. Usually they'll be split up in between days, but you know, first week we've got to work out the kinks and stuff like that. But if you guys did enjoy the team builder or are excited for the battle, be sure to sub and stick around so you can catch that later as it goes up. And let me know for sure what you think about this format, if you would prefer me doing this, or if you guys want me to go back to the way I was doing things before and doing team builder then battle in the same video. But yeah, again, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys later.